live? Is it live? Is it live?
From Ruffino's on Highland Road, welcome to the Friday edition. Live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Charles Henniger, Jimmy Ott, Max Gotro, Jordan Kinchin's back in the studio. We're getting you ready for championship weekend in the NFL. Bruce Marshall will be with us, Troy Macker, Chris Massaro will be with us. So we'll have lots of picks for the weekend to go with the ones that we've already given you. Big weekend in college basketball, and it's going to get cold here in the next couple of days. So take your precautions. Jimmy, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you? I guess the news we start with today is something that, at least since Sunday, has been pretty much understood. The powers that be met in Miami on Sunday to discuss the future of the college football playoff and that future going to potentially 14 or even 16 teams. The SEC and the Big Ten dug in. They have very different ideas about where this is going forward. And when they left Miami without any type of deal in principle, it was pretty clear that the playoffs were going to stay at 12 for the next season, and that is what we expect to be announced later today, being reported at multiple outlets. Here's what you need to know. They're staying at 12, but there's some tweaks to this. Number one, and the most glaring, I think, is that all four of the power leagues are going to be guaranteed that their champion gets in. Of course, that would have affected Duke this season. And, yes, Notre Dame is going to get their what is it? I'm going to call it a gift. They're going to get their gift, okay? If they are in the top 12 in the CFP rankings, they are in the playoff. And, of course, that came into play this year as well. The rest of the big changes are mostly about money, which is, I guess, of minimal concern to the football fan, but something to keep an eye on anyway. The SEC and the Big Ten will now get 58% of the annual revenue. So we're staying status quo. This is the beginning of a 6-year deal, but it does not mean that they cannot tweak this, and they will continue to hold meeting after meeting after meeting to see if they want to expand this thing. The SEC wants 16 teams with 11 at-large berths, 4 conference champions, and 1 group of 5. And the Big Ten will agree to that if the SEC agrees to go to 24. 2 to 3 years after that, the SEC has dug in against that and said, no, this is too unpredictable right now for us to guarantee you that they were going to 24 teams 3 years from next year. Also, the 24-team format would bring about an end to the conference championship games, which the SEC is not going to do until they know for damn sure that they can make more money with whatever new format is. And right now I don't think they've got that assurance, and I don't think they're wild about 24 anyway. So, Jimmy, I can live with 12. I'm not wild about the Notre Dame provision. I actually like the conference champions of the Big Four leagues all being assured a berth. I think a conference championship should still mean something. I do hope that all of the leagues follow the Big 12's example, which is that tiebreakers, and they're going to be tiebreakers pretty much every year, will go after head-to-head. We'll go to the rankings because I think we would have much rather seen Miami in the ACC championship game than Duke this year.
31, 33, was it 30 million average, 33 million peak the ratings for the national championship game? It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Who's this big storyline? Who's Indiana, right?
Cinderella, yeah.
Yeah, big one. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just an unbelievable story.
New money, yeah.
And then who was Miami had a little bit of a storyline too, huh?
The U is back. They were at home. Yeah.
The U versus the new, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah.
They don't get in if this is the rules this year. They're the last team in.
The U.
They
Yeah,
get out. They're not in.
Right.
I mean, Notre Dame wins again. I'm like you. I mean, I fall for it again. I mean, I like how can they allow that with this petulant child of an athletic director to kick and scream in his playpen and to get it, now they get their way.
And we
I
agree.
mean, you can't.
and we agree that if
like,
we'd have been on the committee this year, we'd have put them in. We would have put Notre Dame in.
No.
You wouldn't have put them in?
No. We sat there on Sunday at Bally's.
No, we said we didn't think they were.
No. We said, what should they do?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Oh,
What
no.
should they- Okay.
No, sir. No, let me jog your memory. Because Charlie said we were stunned because they did the right thing. You don't remember that?
I do.
Okay. Notre Dame's resume was not that good. The team we thought was good, but we don't know if they stepped up in competition.
We thought they were
They're
one
a
of the
great
top.
bully.
We thought they were one of the top 12 teams.
Absolutely.
We would have rather seen
that
them
was
in
not
than
a
James.
top 12. That was not. And we got to get the automatics. Okay.
Right.
Okay. They certainly their resume is better than James Madison and Tulane.
Yeah, we wanted to see
Okay.
them in against over one of those teams.
But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It was not better than Miami's. It was very, very close, and they beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, one of their best wins, Miami did just as much. I mean, so they're not. Miami's not in. They're not in.
All right.
That's the rules this year.
That's right.
I mean, and I know the Big Ten and the SEC. They want to dig in. Dig their heels in and don't want to budge. And okay, that's fine. But how can you? You can't stop. You can't prevent this. I think that both can agree on that. Can Patiti and Sankey agree on that? Who's pushing for that besides the child in South Bend? Nobody.
No.
How can you? So this is no. Put a stipulation. No, this is throw that out. No. Did he not wake you up? Did he not rattle the guys? And some of the athletic directors damn, I didn't even realize this.
But this was remember, this was guaranteed from years ago. This didn't happen Sunday. If they'd have gone to 16, Notre Dame had no protection. They stay at 12. This was negotiated years ago. They didn't decide this on Sunday. They could have changed it, but
you're not paying attention with changing contracts and commitments and everything else.
Again, the SEC wanted to go to 16.
Okay, but one thing they all agree on: no, this BS arrangement with Notre Dame's got to go. If the committee decides they're deserving, so be it. But no automatic, no path that nobody else has.
No,
I agree. That's impossible to change. You going to tell me?
For this, in this cycle with 12 teams, yes, it was.
We have seen more surprising things in this. That you can't change this, huh?
Well,
you could tell me
this was part of the whole thing. No, they couldn't. Unless,
okay.
No, I'm sorry. They could have if they'd have went to 16 teams. I mean, that's just how it's written. Believe me, I don't like it any more than you do. Got Notre Dame's schedule for next year if you're interested.
Oh, no, it's crap.
Well, how you want me to argue this? You want me to argue this that they're playing 10 teams that are all power conference teams, which is along the lines of what everybody else is. That they're playing no FCS teams, which a lot of the power teams are. Or do you want me to tell you how many teams lost at least 8 games this year? They start off with Wisconsin, okay? Again, that's a Big Ten team. Sounds good. They were 4-8. That game's in Green Bay, by the way. They play Michigan State, another Big Ten team. Sounds fine, except they were 4-8. Play Purdue. We playing a Big Ten team. They were 2-10.
0-9 in the league.
Yes, 0-9 in the league.
One of the I don't know 4 teams that went winless in their conference that they played. Arkansas, Purdue, who's the
Syracuse ended up winning the game.
Was it Stanford? No, Stanford won a game.
Stanford won 3 games actually.
Stanford won again. There was an ACC team that was it Boston College.
They ended up 1-7. They got one at the end.
Okay.
All right. So wait, but funny you mentioned him. Boston College is on the schedule. They went 2-10. Syracuse is on the schedule. They went 3-9. North Carolina's on the schedule. They went 4-8. They do play Miami. I mean, I guess you got to play some. And they play also Stanford, who went 4-8. This is a roster, a schedule.
How many teams had 8 losses or more?
I think it's 9. It's 8. It's 8 or 9.
And then you got Army and Navy, the teams that didn't.
They don't play Army. They do play Navy in Foxborough, and then they added BYU in place of USC. Okay, so basically, this is a schedule where I'm going to say even a ghost of a chance to lose a game. Miami at home. They do get SMU at home, and they go to BYU. That's it. I don't see how they lose any of these other games unless you want to say Belichick's going to author a big turnaround in year 2 at North Carolina. They got to go to Chapel Hill. But, I mean, there's 10 wins penciled into this thing before you kick the first football.
Amigo, you preach to the choir, bro.
Yeah. But if you
it's a joke. It's a joke.
But if I'm the AD at Notre Dame, I'm saying, what do you guys want from us? We're playing 10 power schools just like you do in the SEC and the Big Ten. We're not playing any FCS schools. We don't play the Citadel. We're playing 6 teams from the ACC, 3 teams from the Big Ten,
and
one team from the Big 12. What do you want from us?
Half your schedule could be FCS and half SEC, and it's stronger than that. Come on, just throw darts at 6 SEC teams. I mean, come on. I understand.
That's what they're going to say. The reality is that all of these teams
they say it now,
are bad.
but I mean it's.
That could be better. Wisconsin doesn't stink every year. Michigan State doesn't stink every year. This could be better on paper, but right now it's not.
Michigan State and Wisconsin are not going to be great next year.
No, not next year.
So where are
I'm saying in a given year.
This is not a given year. This is next year.
Right. I just gave you their records from last year.
That's last year. I think they'll be better this year, but 6-6.
So you can play a bunch of 6-6 teams instead of a bunch of 4 and 8.
North Carolina will be better.
Yeah,
6-6. Maybe 7-5.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I mean, gonna play Navy. Navy might be undefeated when they play.
I'm stupid, man. Like really, they're not gonna be changed. Darry Mensa, they can't do it. But they expediting this deal. They decided on it today. They kind of altered that, huh? You can tell me all the there's 136 D1 teams. Is there 136? And it's 135 that disagree with this and can't get it done?
I don't know if 135
kiss
of them
my
did.
grits, man.
I'm not in the room. I'm telling you what they're telling me.
Man, give me a freaking break.
They agreed to this a long time ago.
Man, come on, man.
Look, I'm not happy about it either. But don't shoot the messenger. Feed the messenger, Jimmy. What's for lunch?
Charlie, you really know how to brighten up my Friday. You know that?
You got winning hockey picks yesterday. You should be happy.
We had an alteration there. If I can alter Otterlocks from Colucci's picks, this can be done as well.
You threw one in there that bounced right in the hole, right where you needed it to
work?
go. It did.
Were people upset about it?
Nah, not that I know of.
We're live here at Ruffino's. We'll get to that a little bit later. Our appetizer features today, and all through the weekend. Come on, enjoy. Man, we had a great holidays run. We're having a great start to 2026. And before you hunker down, late Sunday night and maybe during the week, come on, man, and celebrate life over here at Ruffino's. That's our motto, baby. Yes, indeed. Stuffed shrimp, Gulf shrimp with the crab stuffing with a champagne mustard sauce. So Chef Patrick does a great job, man. Always some creative features that we have, specials in addition to our regular menu at Ruffino's. Crab dip, it's a creamy Creole bechamel sauce with jumbo lump crab meat with crostinis. The entree features the lamb chops, a za'atar crust, pineapple curry, basmati rice, tzatziki, I should say. Suggested wine pairing is a J.C. Summers Sazzani Pinot Noir. I swear he tries to do that. Charlie, he puts some of these things strictly for the pronunciations. I swear to him.
That's why I hang you the menu.
Pork alla vodka. Paneed pork tenderloin, Italian breadcrumbs, provolone, parmesan, basil vodka tomato cream sauce. Suggested wine pairing is a J.C. Summers Sazzani Pinot Noir. Both of them are the Pinot Noirs for the lamb chops and the pork. And our beverage features this weekend, Dom's Inferno, Knob Creek Bourbon, Amaro Montenegro, Agosturo Bitters, and Smoked Cocktail. Hello. And, we got Restaurant Week coming up. What's today, Charlie?
Today is the 23rd.
Next week, 3 courses for $60. You start off with the appetizer, your choice of oysters oregonata, the beef cheek egg rolls, stuffed portobello mushroom soup or salad. We got the stuffed eggplant soup or the corn and crab bisque, salad, Caesar, and Italian salad. And choose from 3 entrees, grouper scampi, the 8-ounce Wagyu flat iron, or the pork ossobuco. 3 courses for $60 for Restaurant Week. That's January 26th to 31st, all next week here at Ruffino's.
Live at Ruffino's, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch. 1950, Phil's Oyster Bar started on Government Street. Then Gus Piazza took over in the 70s, and now his son Anthony has taken it to another level at the current location in South Dallas. It's always been a Baton Rouge landmark. Seafood, oysters, po' boys, burgers, and more. All served up in an atmosphere full of sports nostalgia and tons of TVs to catch all the games. Seafood gumbo, crawfish cheesecake, or my favorite, the meatball quesadilla to start. Check out dinner and bar specials at philsoysterbar.com. You know we bleed purple and gold at Phil's Oyster Bar in the Southdown Shopping Center.
We're here to examine things that get better with age, like this bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild, vintage 1877. Age can make things more valuable, like this Picasso from his blue period, 1904. And treasured, like this Roto-Rooter jingle, 1954.
Roto-Rooter jingle?
Just listen to it.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Roto-Rooter.
The timeless melody.
Roto-Rooter?
The lithe arrangement.
But it's a clog-busting company.
Wrong there. Roto-Rooter has grown into more than a clog-busting company. They're North America's largest full-service plumber and drain cleaner. And when you need Roto-Rooter, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
For all of your plumbing and drainage solutions, call Roto-Rooter in Baton Rouge at 925-8710. That's 925-8710.
Since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers for all of your favorite South Louisiana dishes. Whether you like the brown, long grain, medium grain, jasmine, or the new parboiled rice, Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. They even have a healthy low glycemic rice, a great option for diabetics and those who have high insulin resistance. Supreme Rice is proud to be part of the Climate Smart program, which promotes water conservation and reduces methane emissions so future generations of Louisiana farmers can enjoy the same benefits. For more information and great recipes, find them online at supremerice.com.
You've heard me talk about Workbox services and how they can handle all of your movable storage needs for both commercial and residential. With our shipping containers of all sizes, customized in any way that you need or desire. Now Martin Padial has expanded his coverage outside the Baton Rouge area. Workbox can all the way to Lake Charles. Our staff at Workbox continues to grow with Hannah, Martine Jr., Brandy, and Chris. Do like I did when I needed a movable storage unit. Call Workbox at 343-4886 or workboxllc.com.
Get Moss Max and less text during happy hour at Modesto. Join us Tuesday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. for $10 20-ounce margaritas and Dip Trio with $5 drink specials and $6 seasonal cocktails. Eat Modesto, 3930 Burbank Drive.
Pizza that's true to its hand-tossed wood-fried tradition. Roca Pizzeria is heating up its new half-off happy hour, Monday through Fridays, 3 to 6 p.m. Come enjoy 50% off margarita, pepperoni, or cheese, craft cocktails, wine by the glass, and draft beer. Roca Pizzeria, 3897 Government.
Attention vehicle owners. Before you trade your transportation, let K&M Automotive give your vehicle a new lease on life with a remanufactured product from Jasper Engines and Transmissions. A Jasper remanufactured engine, transmission, or differential will extend your vehicle's life, giving you the extra cash to do the things you really enjoy. And Jasper offers a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide parts and labor warranty. K&M Automotive, 636-2875. That's K&M Automotive, Siegen near Perkins.
ALS is a progressive and neurodegenerative disease, and we need your help to find a cure. The mission of the ALS Association, Louisiana-Mississippi chapter, is to discover treatments and a cure for ALS, and to serve, advocate for, and empower people affected by ALS to live their lives to the fullest. Whether you are newly diagnosed, a military veteran, a caregiver, or someone looking to learn more about how to navigate living with ALS, they can help. Visit als.org to learn more. That's als.org.
Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny from Ruffino's on Highland Road on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Let's go to Las Vegas. It's a 50th birthday party. I mean, some guys throw celebrations for themselves, Charlie. So, you know, I mean.
Sometimes those are the best ones.
I mean, you know, did you get the invite for Macero's 50th bash, huh?
Must have been lost in the email.
Lost in the emails, yes. How you doing, Chris? Happy birthday, sir.
Oh, thank you. It's actually Tuesday, but we figured let's put it together around the AFC NFC Championship week, and look at what we got here. The Patriots are actually in the game. I'm as shocked as anyone. If you told me the beginning of the season, or especially after the loss to the Raiders in Week 1, that we'd be celebrating my birthday with the Patriots in the AFC Championship game, I would have told you you were absolutely nuts. But we are here, and we're having some fun, and excited for the games this weekend.
I know you will get defensive or, but, I mean, May's level of play, since it played a little stiffer competition, I know it's still the NFL. It's not like you're playing, Alabama's playing Citadel or anything. And also, our boy, Will Campbell, man. I mean, he's struggled against Oweh, Anderson. Now he's got Benito this Sunday. But just, hey, take it however you get it. I mean, when it hosts, Super Bowl trophy, probably the most criticized schedule is the only undefeated team in the history of the sport, the Super Bowl era. But just three levels of concern because, Chris, you got to admit, that was an ugly game. And sometimes they are in the playoffs, but against Houston.
I totally agree with you there, and I think the key to this game is Drake May being just a little bit more conscious of the ball. I mean, you cannot just go drop back and think it's going to be a clean pocket when you have some of the best defenses and some of the best defensive ends going up against Will Campbell. And I hope, and I said it last week during the game, that they're going to help Will Campbell up. They're going to either bring a tight end over or just have the back there
help him out
on the edge rusher because he wasn't getting any help last week, and it's crazy coming from the blind side, and that's where Drake May, even though he does step up really well in most of these situations, he just cannot fumble the ball. He's either take the sack because the pocket's going to break down. We've had the problems with the offensive line all year. And maybe they let him run a little bit. I think after that early fumble on the running play, where he picked up 9 yards, but he fumbled. I think they got a little bit nervous with him running the ball. I hope they let him loose a little bit more this week. I still feel very confident that the Patriots are going to be able to do enough to win this game. And most of it comes down to, I mean, have you ever? I don't know what you guys are hearing down there or around nationally, but I've never heard someone pump up a backup quarterback who hasn't played more than a couple snaps in 2 years and hasn't run a pass. You would think he was the second choice for MVP this year. Jared Stidham is like, is he 2-1 for MVP? That's what I'm hearing.
Right.
Everything's going to be fine.
Right.
He was so good. Why wasn't he playing?
Right when the mad Massero, the Italian, it all gets all caught up in his emotions. I mean, he's very reasonable and talks about New England, and boom, he steers right. I mean, I was about to just say, man, the guy is maturing. With age, it's almost as if he's taking home a handicapping contest or something, and taking home a little 5-figure, take.
Road favorite, swung the line 7 points, and still complaining about disrespect.
You gotta. So you have future.
Listen, hey, they deserve it. They're the only team in the NFL to go undefeated on the road. They're 7-1 against the spread on the road. Drake May has better stats on the road than he does at home. So I'm listen. You guys, I mean, Charlie, you're very X and O's type of guy for handicapping. Tell me how the Denver offense puts up some points. They can't run the ball. Harvey is terrible. McLaughlin's 175 pounds, and you have a quarterback that hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years. The Patriots are great against the run since Milton Williams has been back and Slay's been back. They're averaging only 2.9 yards per rush, opponents-wise, the last 3 weeks. Last week, 2.2 yards per rush. So if they can't run the ball, and they have two running backs who don't really run the ball, are they going to throw it 40 times?
Here's where our experience in covering a key figure in this whole equation comes into place. Most coaches, listen, yes, Sean Payton is upset he lost his starting quarterback. But two, Sean Payton is a proud individual, and Sean Payton knows he going to get more run if he comes up with a game plan to get this thing done. Charlie, you know it, and he is almost too cute for his own good sometimes, but he is extremely creative, and he will have a game plan. I can't see Denver I can see them being competitive. Getting it over the top and getting the win is a different story. Now, this is the same guy after the Jacksonville-Buffalo game, Chris. What was Lim Cohn's biggest fault? Game management in that game. I mean, Tootin
he ran the ball more.
Right. Okay.
Look at last week.
Let me finish. Let me finish. So Sean Payton witnesses that, and still of 68 offensive plays, he runs it 10 times against that rush defense. So like McVay, these really sharp offensive minds outthink themselves, outsmart themselves sometimes to a fault. But, even in his tone, as he made his second trip to meet the media post-game after the Bills-Broncos game, he was like less affected than most. We love Stidham, this and that, so he's a different cat. He's a different cat, and so we'll see. And, yes, because you tell me, but it seems like New England's rush defense is pretty good. This is probably not the matchup where you want to lean on your rushing game, huh?
That's just all I'm saying. I just don't see a scenario where they're able to score a lot of points unless there's a pick six or a strip sack, fumble six, or a special teams touchdown, which is all in play, obviously. I just don't see Stidham dropping back 45 times or more and the Patriots defense is pretty good. They got a bunch of interceptions the last couple of weeks. Everyone's just saying, they haven't played anyone. They played Houston. They have the greatest defense. Well, the Patriots haven't even had a good offensive game, and they've won and covered both playoff games by double digits. So I just want to get a little bit more credit for their defense. May has not played well. He needs to just realize, listen, I don't have to win the game, but I can't lose it. The pressure is going to come. The pocket is going to collapse. Will Campbell is going to be, a little bit slower than, your ideal left tackle. And maybe that criticism of him having short arms is, coming to fruition right now because he is definitely getting beat. He's a rookie. What can he do? He's going up against the best guys in the league. I just think if they protect the ball, Patriots have a little bit more, conservative game plan. I don't see Denver scoring a lot of points in this game.
Charlie,
you're right. Okay, you're asking me, give me a scenario. I'll give you two. One of them is present. One of them is historic. One of them, J.K. Dobbins looks like he's going to play. Okay, so that gives Denver a little bit of a shot in the arm with the run game. I don't know how much he'll be able to go, how effective he'll be, but it does look like he's going to play. The second one is, and you just said it, Chris, scale back the game plan. Jimmy will remember this game really well. The 79, and maybe you do too, the 79 divisional playoffs when the Oilers played the Chargers. The Oilers were an 18-point underdog because
Vernon Perry.
Pastorini, Campbell, and Burrow were out. Okay, starting quarterback, best running back in the league, and their top
Rob
receiver.
Carpenter was pretty good backup.
He was a very good player.
Gifford Nielsen.
And Gifford Nielsen played, and Vernon Perry had one of the greatest defensive games in the history of the NFL. He intercepted 4 passes and blocked a field goal. Something unusual.
May
probably
don't
has
beat
to
you.
Yeah.
May don't beat us.
Dan Fouts, the Hall of Famer, threw 4 picks that day.
Ball security,
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how it happens, Chris, and it's unlikely, I would say.
And you're playing on the road.
Yeah, I will.
Go ahead.
I would chalk that up to the Chargers curse. The Chargers definitely cursed.
Hey, so that's what your pursuers chalked it up to. Congratulations are in order. Okay, he won Humans Friday Night Football Pick'em contest. Derek Stevens,
Thank you very much.
30,000, a jacket. I expect to see that jacket. Me, Coop, and Old Donis Coop down for opening day. I expect to see that jacket being worn around on Del Mar opening day on that third Friday in July. So, congratulations, sir.
That is a good idea. I saw Humans last night. He ducked out of his show for like 10 minutes to come over and say hello to everyone. And I asked, I go, when is the ceremony? I go, thank you for sending the email about collecting the money. I want to know about the ceremony. I want to put the jacket on, the trophy, ready to go. I want the photo op.
Boy, it's never enough with you, huh? I mean, come on, man. Come on. So maybe me, you, and Max, maybe you'll treat us to another Italian dinner, huh? Out in Las Vegas.
That would be my pleasure, and I hope Max comes out. Maybe we bring Max to opening day Del Mar this year. What about
Max?
that?
Oh, tempting. I'm going to have to Mincy that trip. I'll just
Mincy.
tag along.
All right, give me your picks for the conference championship games.
Okay, so like I said, I do like New England. I have a bunch of futures on them, so I don't have to go too crazy. But the line has been moving weird. It's like at first, it opened. You heard the news. It was only supposed to be like a 1.5 point spread. It goes all the way up to 6. It gets bought back down to 4.5. I mean, if this line gets to 4, I mean, I have to like New England. I like New England again in the first half because they've been starting fast all year. We've talked about it. They're 17-1-1 money line in the first half. 13-2-2 or 14-2-1, depending on what line you got against the spread first half. So that's another reason why I like New England. They're going to get out quick. I don't expect Stidham to do much. I'm on the Patriots. In the other game, the second game, I have a feeling that the Rams know they can score against the Seattle Seahawks, even though everyone else can't. That game 4 weeks ago, when they put up 581 yards of offense, 6.6 yards of play, and you got to have it in the back of your mind that Sam Darnold, for some reason, cannot play against the Rams. I mean, he did have that interesting comeback where it came out of nowhere right after he threw the interception that almost put the nail in the coffin. But he has 6 interceptions this year alone against the Rams. I just like it. You can get 3. I played 3 the other day at -120 over at the Win. I think if this game comes down to it, maybe Seattle wins, but it's not going to be by more than 3. They played 2 games this year by a total of 3 points. The games have been decided by 38-37 and the 21-19 game in Week 11. So I like the Rams. I like the Rams plus the points. I think we're going to get a little bit of a Super Bowl rematch either way. It's either going to be Rams Patriots or Seahawks Patriots. But I think the more recent matchup, Patriots Rams, the 2 MVP candidates going at it in 2 weeks up in what is it there? Santa Cruz now, or wherever they play now. What do they play? Oh, Santa Clara. So,
Come on, man. Santa Clara. Yes, indeed. Levi's Stadium. So.
yeah, I don't know. They moved the stadium. They got that electric plant near it, whatever, and the players are always hurt. I don't know.
It's, so
nice stadium. I've been there
Max,
once.
CBS is doing the AFC Championship game. Romo, huh? So what's his nickname for Denver's quarterback, huh? That Chris is going to just embrace, huh? Stiddy. Jim, Stiddy's really rolling now. Stiddy.
Oh, Jim, Stiddy, here he goes.
Hey, what are the DraftKings? Does DraftKings still have MVP odds up? Is he like what, plus 180? Stidham?
I don't think anybody but FanDuel does, huh? That they put up, Max.
Well,
Max is digging.
take a look and see if Stidham is up there for MVP. I mean, with all the praise he's getting this week, he might be a contender.
Well, it sounds like one of your thousand future bets that you make. It's value. Stiddy's got value.
18-1.
18-1.
Stidham.
Super
Bowl MVP.
Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, Super Bowl MVP. Think how ridiculous that is. I mean, if you want to throw money away, that's Jared Stidham for Super Bowl MVP.
Kind of like throwing away Nick Foles money. Nick Foles money, huh? Jeff Hostetler.
That's a different story.
Jeff
he played
Hostetler.
the whole He played the last month of the season. He played the last.
Give it to me.
Hey, do you remember
Romo, give me a little bit
played...
again. Max, give me a little Romo again.
Oh, Stiddy, I don't know, Jim. Jim, was that a fumble? I don't know. It could be a pick. I don't know, Jim. Gene?
That's not bad. That's really not bad at all.
Hey, listen, you remember the last game that Foles played? It was like a Sunday night against the Raiders. He couldn't get out of his own way. He couldn't even throw a forward pass. And somehow he throws for 400 yards in the Super Bowl. Absolutely incredible.
I feel like I've got Jim Nance, Sal Palantonio with us today. I mean, that's a little bit of everything. Again, Chris, congratulations on the haul. So I'll be there in mid-July. Accepting any complimentary food or But, hey, should I make the reservation at
like
Sabika?
Always, and I'll take care of the tab.
Should we make reservations Sabika, a normal opening day spot?
Yeah, I like that back room that we had last time. We'll do that again.
Yes, indeed. All right, brother. Good luck to you. Happy birthday, man. Knock it out the park.
All right, thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, we'll take a time out. Don't forget our friend. When he just couldn't go the whole way without getting riled up about something, huh?
I was riled up from the beginning, but it's the guy.
Oh no, he was way more tame early. He was striving for rationale. Don't forget our friends at Legacy Title, our great team of attorneys at Legacy Title: Ashley Donald, Adrian Galata, Michael Platt, Marion Haynes, Natalie, and Bradford Smith. Buying, building, refinancing. Nobody chooses but you. Choose our friends. Chad Reynolds, Legacy Title, 296-0060.
Live at Ruffino's, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
The Pierre Part Store, and now the Thibodeau Store, your local experts in construction supplies. They can handle your contractor supplies for all jobs, big and small. The extensive selection of plumbing, electrical, and hardware supplies are endless, and they can even deliver it to your job site. If you need lumber, no problem. Available for pickup and delivery from Pierre Part. Top-notch tools and expert advice, it's local service. From the Thibodeau Store, 900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodeau, and online at ThibodeauStore.com.
Baton Rouge, get ready for a fiesta of flavor. Whether you're craving sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, or the best margaritas in town, Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill have you covered. Bring the family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. From fresh guacamole to mouth-watering tacos that hit just right, it's not just a dinner, it's a celebration. So why wait? Tonight, make it Las Palmas or make it Rio Cantina, two local favorites serving up authentic Mexican taste right here in Baton Rouge. Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill, where every night's a fiesta.
When it comes to celebrating life, there's no better place than Ruffino's. With locations in Baton Rouge and Lafayette, Ruffino's is a steak, seafood, and Italian-inspired restaurant that focuses on the celebration of life, regardless of the occasion. Whether it's the food they serve or the service they provide, their goal is to ensure a remarkable experience for their guests that is always remembered. To view our menu, visit ruffinosrestaurant.com. Ruffino's, where Louisiana comes to celebrate life.
This is Charles Hanniger for Home Bank. If you're tired of the impersonal, one-size-fits-all style of banking, you deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for your businesses and families because they go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business and good for life. Stop by any South Louisiana, Houston, or Natchez area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Sammy's Grill on Highland Road since 1988. A hometown favorite for tailgating and watching LSU games in a casual atmosphere with the friendliest service. Right now, we're boiling crawfish 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, first batch comes out at 5 p.m. Weekends at noon. Sammy serves a wide mix of authentic Louisiana food prepared to order with the best ingredients available. Fresh Louisiana seafood, Cajun favorites, burgers, and po' boys, all built from scratch. Our kids' menu and popular appetizers are sure to please the pickiest of eaters. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road near Starring since 1988.
This is Charles Hanniger for Total Maintenance. For AC and heating, generators, electricity, plumbing, and more, Total Maintenance is your one-stop sales and service shop for all these needs. One of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies. Since 1980, their slogan has been service today, every day, so no one ever has to go to sleep hot. An authorized dealer for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem AC units, for Generac and Cummings generators as well. And now, for all of your electrical and plumbing needs, in Baton Rouge, call 480-1000. In New Orleans, 841-3300. Service today, every day. Total Maintenance.
Do you know what you would do if you were in a car wreck? It's easy to panic when you or someone you care about is hurt in an accident. Who will pay the medical bills? Who will pay the car repair? Who will deal with the insurance companies for you? Protect your rights. You need someone you can trust. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 343-1111. The law offices of O.C. Brown will handle everything for you. 343-1111 or online at ocbrown.com. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
Tigers, Saints, Southeastern Conference. All in one place. LouisianaSports.net. No paywalls, no article limits. It's just the coverage the Louisiana sports fans want. Bookmark it today. LouisianaSports.net. After further review with Matt Moscona. Weekday afternoons at 3 on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge. Jimmy, Charlie, and Troy. Three best buddies sitting around talking sports bets. Let's welcome in Troy Macker from Bet Rivers.
All right, let's bring in Patty the Batty right now from Bet Rivers. What's going on?
Yeah, not much. Gearing up for an awesome weekend of college hoops. Obviously, the NFL conference championships, and like you alluded to, a really good UFC card.
What do you think? What's that? Is Patty the Batty so popular that he's going to get public support no matter what? And the odds makers think so. So there may be some value going against him. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a little short on the money line. I think there's some avenues for addressing how he's going to finish. He's fighting what seems to be like his fifth straight, not necessarily over-the-hill fighter, just a Gaethje can still go toe-to-toe with anyone, but a guy with just a lot of miles logged who will not refuse to stand and bang. And the problem with doing that against Paddy Pimblett is he has good hands, but he's really he'll stand and bang, but he's doing that to set up takedowns and submissions. He's very good at submissions. If I'm going to bet on this, I'd be looking at potentially a same fight parlay of, the over 2.5 rounds, or even maybe over 1.5 round, and Pimblett to win by submission, get you plus money. I think he wins by submission. Gaethje has a similar style to Michael Chandler, who is, again, a lot of miles logged, will still stand and bang. And Paddy Pimblett did the same thing with him. I think it's a similar result. And he's, if not the most popular UFC fighter on the planet, he's got to be in the top 3 right now. And you'll see this line shorten even more as we approach fight night.
So, give me an official release here. What are you putting out? What's your pick now on this fight?
Well, I like Pimblett to win by submission.
Pimblett by submission. What's the odds on that?
Plus 155.
Okay, thank you, Max. All right. And
but if I had to really call my shot, I would say it's probably a second or third round submission. So I would take maybe not 2.5, but I'd take over 1.5, and the submission probably gets you close to plus 180 if I had to guess.
Max?
Yeah, I'm trying to parlay those, but you can definitely, they allow you to do round by round, so you can take round 2, round 3, as he's saying, and get an even juicier
what's round
price.
2 price? What's round 3 price?
Round 2
we don't give me these, give me a damn pick. Don't give me an estimate. Don't give me a,
Gotta find it.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you, as we do that, Troy, looking on the Bet Rivers, the menu here, and you see, are these the rankings or the seedings? Because with Gaethje it says 4, Pimblett 5. Is that the rankings?
Yes, that is the UFC's official ranking.
Okay.
Which is, because of the nature of when people fight, when other people fight, there is people who go up and down in weight classes. People have to fight at catch weight. There's a litany of reasons. They're not the world's most accurate rankings. And especially when it's run by the organization who is promoting these fights. If you had to do a pound-for-pound ranking, or if you had to do a welterweight or lightweight ranking right now, you'd find Paddy Pimblett higher up than Justin Gaethje. But Gaethje's track record, his who's who of these fought, is far stronger than Pimblett. Pimblett's still not a newcomer, but he is. I don't think he's even yet to crack into his prime.
Round 2, Pimblett submission, 7-1. Round 3, Pimblett.
Like that.
What's that? And,
I like that. But
round.
I wish I could get second or third round.
Well, you can do it. You can do it. Round 2, Pimblett submission, 7-1. As I said, round 3, Pimblett submission is 10-1. So, yeah, you can take both and pull for third, and you certainly settle, and wouldn't don't have to see a third if it comes down in 2. So interesting. You looked at the college basketball schedule tomorrow. What the hell? Wait, before we go, can Georgetown score a damn bucket? Huh? I mean, what the? If you watch that offense, huh? That's your team, huh?
They're very proud to be where they are. They're very blessed to be playing basketball games. As Ed Cooley would say, I think Georgetown fans they don't overreact because they're a smaller program with a great history, obviously. But I think the souring process on Cooley is taking place now. The weird quote, obviously, he had that weird thing where he hucked a water bottle into the stands during angry moments, hit a kid. He hasn't. The results are the results. They haven't been very good, even though through the first 10 games I thought they were very good. It hasn't been smooth sailing from off the court, kind of how he's positioning himself, and the on the court product hasn't lived up to expectations. Although I thought they were in position to be far better than they were this year. Losing their center for 8 games with a heart condition was really what set them off in the wrong direction. They're in a bad spot. I was going to back them to cover at whoever they played last, and they got blown out. I am fading Georgetown on the spread as far as they keep playing as bad as they are.
Charlie, this is a team that they were at DePaul about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Went 1 for 23 from the floor in the second half.
I'm really surprised.
I mean, this is year 2 with Cooley.
Yeah, I'm surprised because of the coach, and I hadn't watched Georgetown.
Well,
at
is
all.
he another coach, a veteran coach that is struggling with the new way of roster building? I mean, the new rules.
Well, he wasn't. The new rules were still in place when he was at Providence, and he did at the beginning. I mean, he did fine. I understand that we're still pretty new into this, but he did fine, at least for, 3 years, the 22, 23, 20, 24 seasons. He was okay there. So Troy can probably tell us closer. He follows the program closer. Is it a talent issue? Because he always seemed to be a really solid bench coach to me.
No. He hadn't forgotten how to coach. I mean,
so
like this team beat Clemson. Clemson is ranked 18th in the country. Now they beat them at home, and they were up 10, and they were down 10, and had to rally back. But KJ Lewis is very good. Vince Iwuchukwu, the center, when healthy, is very good. They have no depth. They lost Deshaun Harris-Smith, who left the program. Malik Mack is a very good point guard. Like, they have the talent. This is complete my opinion, but I kind of think Ed Cooley is taking the foot off the gas in terms of how invested he is in coaching. I know there's been things behind the scenes, but he doesn't seem to be coaching with the same love and passion for the game. He's still fiery as all hell, but I think, maybe that big paycheck he got from Georgetown, and he's I don't think he's working as hard.
Let me help you out here. We get the feedback from a lot of college players, football and basketball, and certain things. They are, and coaches. They're afraid to coach kids now because they're worried about them leaving, immediately because it's such a grass, green is. Was it grass is greener on the other side? Whatever. I mean, it's such an element there. I don't know if he can coach as hard as he did. It's just there. We've heard too much of it about, guys that want to be coached. And they're like, man, they're afraid to coach them because they're going to lose them. And the player leverage, and that's that whole element. And I'm just trying to theorize because we've seen too much of a sample size of this guy. You're giving this group of talent and what he takes out of them. I mean, he was too damn competitive for too damn long at Providence.
Yeah, right. That's my thing. Is he was such a competitive coach. Their teams were constantly in two-possession games. The amount of they led the country in overtime games like 3 years in a row. But I will dispute your point on not being able to coach kids too hard because they may leave. You can coach kids perfectly. You can have the best season from positive output, everything, and the kid still is probably going to transfer. Just look at the percentages of overall players who transfer. So, you can have the best thing in the world, but someone that improves their stock is going to go to another school, maybe closer to home.
No argument there. No argument there. But it is kind of a holding some coaches. Some coaches just flat out quit. I mean, I go do something else. Troy, real quick, we're up against a break, but the movement and where we are with the conference championship games on Sunday.
Yeah, there's been a slight movement off of Denver. They were 6.5, 5.5. It's now they're plus 4.5. As you'd expect, strong money on New England, even on the road. And the public is backing Seattle pretty heavily, even though those games have been very competitive. And I think there's been interesting line movement on the one of the overs, I believe, has come down a little bit. I believe the Seahawks range was like 48.5, now 46.5. But the one that interests me is, I can't really trust Jarrett Stidham. I haven't seen him play long enough. I've never been super impressed, even dating back to his college years at Baylor. If it keeps dropping down Patriots 3.5, I will hammer that. If it goes back up to 5, stay away. But I think the Patriots win the game.
All right, Troy. Follow Troy on Twitter at Troy Macker. That's Machir. Thank you, Troy. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Thanks, guys.
All right, don't forget United Community Bank, the local way to bank big, including with locations for Baton Rouge and Golden Meadow, including their newest branch at Burbank and Bluebonnet. We've been serving the people of southern Louisiana for over 50 years. At United Community Bank, your business is our business. We support the hardworking folks behind local business, from initial startup loans to ongoing planning and assessments. United Community Bank is here for you. Our great team of bankers: David Henry, David Campbell, Hunter Creed, Nicole Glover, Heath Meir, and my buddy Prentice Wilkes. Stop on by and see how we can help your business today. United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Live at Ruffino's Live at Lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Sammy's Grill on Highland Road since 1988. A hometown favorite for tailgating and watching LSU games in a casual atmosphere with the friendliest service. Right now, we're boiling crawfish 7 days a week, Monday through Friday. First batch comes out at 5 p.m., weekends at noon. Sammy serves a wide mix of authentic Louisiana food prepared to order with the best ingredients available. Fresh Louisiana seafood, Cajun favorites, burgers, and po' boys, all built from scratch. Our kids' menu and popular appetizers are sure to please the pickiest of eaters. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road near Starring since 1988. Go Automotive has a great selection of new cars. Chevy, GMC, Hummer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. You rather a pre-owned vehicle? Using our resources will help find you any vehicle that you're looking for. Our service department offers VIP service. You never have to come to the dealership. We'll pick up the vehicle at your home or office, drop off a loaner, service the vehicle, and return it when it's done. Mention my name, Jimmy Ott, for VIP pricing. The Chevy Tahoe I drive came from Go Automotive. That's Go Automotive in LaPlace and Plaquemine. If you're near the north side of campus, I need to remind you about a couple of longtime favorites. Highland Coffee is the original specialty coffee shop in Baton Rouge since the 1980s. My personal favorite, love getting my cappuccino from their friendly, knowledgeable staff, roasted right in the shop. Louis Cafe for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. The Mitchell omelet, Cajun hash browns, Big Cheesy Lou, all served up in that famous open kitchen atmosphere. In Tigertown since 1941. A couple of great spots, Highland Coffees and Louis Cafe, just outside the north gates of LSU.
Since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers for all of your favorite South Louisiana dishes. Whether you like the brown, long grain, medium grain, jasmine, or the new parboiled rice, Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. They even have a healthy low glycemic rice, a great option for diabetics and those who have high insulin resistance. Supreme Rice is proud to be part of the Climate Smart program, which promotes water conservation and reduces methane emissions so future generations of Louisiana farmers can enjoy the same benefits. For more information and great recipes, find them online at supremerice.com.
The Pierre Part Store, and now the Thibodeau Store, your local experts in construction supplies. You know they can handle your contractor supplies for all jobs, big and small. The extensive selection of plumbing, electrical, and hardware supplies are endless, and they can even deliver it to your job site. If you need lumber, no problem. Available for pickup and delivery from Pierre Part. Top-notch tools and expert advice, it's local service. From the Thibodeau Store, 900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodeau, and online at thibodeaustore.com.
Running a business can be difficult enough without the right relationship with your bank. With United Community Bank's local business bankers, you're not just a number, you're a partner. Contact Heath Meir, Nicole Glover, Hunter Creed, David Campbell, or David Henry to discuss how we can help your business today. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Locations from Baton Rouge to Golden Meadow. We've been serving the people of Southern Louisiana for over 60 years. United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Louisiana, you've got a new home for coverage of LSU, the New Orleans Saints, and the Southeastern Conference. LouisianaSports.net. LouisianaSports.net. Feature stories, opinion columns, recruiting updates, in-game reports. And it's all free. No paywalls, no annoying pop-up ads, no recurring subscriptions. Just the content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net.
ALS is a progressive and neurodegenerative disease, and we need your help to find a cure. The mission of the ALS Association, Louisiana, Mississippi chapter, is to discover treatments and a cure for ALS, and to serve, advocate for, and empower people affected by ALS to live their lives to the fullest. Whether you are newly diagnosed, a military veteran, a caregiver, or someone looking to learn more about how to navigate living with ALS, they can help. Visit als.org to learn more. That's als.org.
Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny from Ruffino's on Highland Road on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Jordan Seaton recruitment continues. The big offensive lineman from Colorado who has visited Mississippi State and LSU and met with Oregon coaches in Atlanta and Lane Kiffin and Miami, now apparently is going to try to take a trip to Maryland this weekend. The weather could come into play here. It's supposed to get 5 to 10 inches of snow in that area, so whether you can get in and out of there, we'll see. The connection to Maryland is that before he went to IMG, he was in high school in D.C., so it's somewhat in the area of where he grew up. And that will continue throughout the weekend. So we'll see what. At this point, no news would surprise me, but that is the latest that we got about where he is. The travel plans may change. There's a lot of travel plans and game plans that are at the mercy of the weather. For instance, they have moved that Ole Miss Kentucky game, Jimmy, at Rupp Arena to 10 a.m. in the morning, and that is
originally scheduled for 11 a.m. because of winter. So it's one of several games that have been moved. So, yeah, if you could have told me, I understand from there, but Maryland. Oregon with Phil Knight, LSU spending more money than they ever have. Miami that spends as much as anybody, and Maryland started out 4-0, finished 4-8. Mike Loxley.
Sometimes these guys get money for just visiting. Just a thought.
I want to go into visits.
Yes, live at lunch from Ruffino's 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Caesar Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesar's Rewards. Bet on gridiron action and earn perks on every game like hotel stays, bonus bets, game tickets, and more. Download the app using promo code RADIO250BM, RADIO250BM, and get your first bet matched as a bonus bet up to $250 whether you win or lose. Open to new users in Louisiana, age 21 or older. Licensed through Horseshoe Bossier City and Caesars New Orleans. Minimum odds -500. Reward is non-withdrawable bonus bet that expires 14 days after receipt. Bonus bet amount not returned for winning bets. Void where prohibited. See Caesars.com/promos or full deterrent. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1950 Phil's Oyster Bar started on Government Street. Then Gus Piazza took over in the 70s, and now his son Anthony is taking it to another level at the current location in South Dallas. It's always been a Baton Rouge landmark. Seafood, oysters, po' boys, burgers, and more, all served up in an atmosphere full of sports nostalgia and tons of TVs to catch all the games. Seafood gumbo, crawfish cheesecake, or my favorite, the meatball quesadilla to start. Check out dinner and bar specials at philsoysterbar.com. You know we bleed purple and gold at Phil's Oyster Bar in the Southdown Shopping Center.
This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors. When it comes to retirement, no two situations are alike, so Coastal Capital Advisors will tailor a plan for your family's needs, no matter your age or your financial situation. The bottom line is Coastal Capital Advisors will work with you and build a lifetime relationship. I know, because they work for me. For more information, contact Philip Fontenot and his staff at 337-981-1376 or online at coastalcapitaladv.com. Advisory services provided by New Age Advisors, LLC, doing business as Coastal Capital Advisors as a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through New Age Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
By now, you know that we do our show every other Tuesday at the Crown Town Room at Dozy Place. The Crown Town Room is ideal for larger groups, or if you just want to watch the game on one of our 3 large TVs. The tamales are the most popular appetizer, but don't forget the seared tuna with a sriracha glaze. For the perfect blend of sweet and spicy, you can't go wrong also with the flash fried oysters or the shrimp. The porterhouse is the perfect steak to share. Strip on one side, filet on the other, prepared at different temps if you like, bone in to maximize flavor. Dozy Place on Government Street, just off Acadian in the heart of Mid-City.
Since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers for all of your favorite South Louisiana dishes. Whether you like the brown, long grain, medium grain, jasmine, or the new parboiled rice, Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. They even have a healthy low glycemic rice, a great option for diabetics and those who have high insulin resistance. Supreme Rice is proud to be part of the Climate Smart program, which promotes water conservation and reduces methane emissions so future generations of Louisiana farmers can enjoy the same benefits. For more information and great recipes, find them online at supremerice.com.
This hour of Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny is brought to you by Dana Brown at the law offices of O.C. Brown, 343-1111, and ocbrown.com. Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs, 925-8710. Supreme Rice, grown, milled, processed in Louisiana since 1936. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Tex Morris at Edward Jones Investments on Jefferson Highway, 928-8659. Total Maintenance, your one-stop shop for AC, electrical, generators, and plumbing. Service today, every day for Total Maintenance and Coastal Capital Advisors. Markets evolve. We adapt.
We're here to examine things that get better with age, like this bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild, vintage 1877. Age can make things more valuable, like this Picasso from his blue period, 1904. And treasured, like this Roto-Rooter jingle, 1954.
Roto-Rooter jingle?
Just listen to it.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Roto-Rooter.
The timeless melody.
Roto-Rooter?
The lithe arrangement.
But it's a clog-busting company.
Wrong there. Roto-Rooter has grown into more than a clog-busting company. They're North America's largest full-service plumber and drain cleaner. And when you need Roto-Rooter, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
For all of your plumbing and drainage solutions, call Roto-Rooter in Baton Rouge at 925-8710. That's 925-8710.
Respect isn't something that's just given. It's earned. It comes from having experience and possessing knowledge that can be passed on to the next generation. Jim's Firearms.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
He's out there somewhere in the world. Maybe even your local sports book.
Can anybody help us?
Let's bring in Bruce Marshall.
And we return here at Ruffino's. Restaurant Week coming up next week here at Ruffino's.
Man, Patrick's got a great a lot of these restaurant week things are sometimes a little bit confined and stuff like that. No, not the case here with Ruffino's. You got a choice of 3 different appetizers: the oysters oreganata, the beef cheek egg rolls, or the stuffed portobello mushroom. The super salad, you got 4 choices there: stuffed eggplant soup, corn and crab bisque, Caesar salad, or Italian salad. And then for the entree, 3 selections and really good stuff: grouper scampi, 8-ounce Wagyu flat iron, and the pork ossobuco. So very good. Talked to Patrick, Chef Patrick, before the show today, and he does a great. And the other thing too with Patrick, Charlie, fine dining. Sometimes you get sort of skimpy, for lack of a better term. Portions.
Not here.
Not here. Not here. You're not going to go home hungry. No doubt about that. Let's go out to Bruce Marshall, my buddy, out in Las Vegas. His conference championship weekend, and also. We put the final touches on our college football season. Bruce, there are a lot of things we can moan and groan about, and there's a lot of messed up things in college athletics these days. They're not amateur athletics. It's not. We go on and on and on. But I maintain if you somehow can just tune that out, and it's hard, you somehow tune it out. Charlie had a tough time yesterday with the guy from Alabama getting there after 3 years in the G League.
The professional?
Yes, they're all professionals. The ratings are out the roof. Indiana, it's not a blue blood. I said, well, you need the Notre Dames, you need the Penn States, you need the Michigans, Ohio States, Alabamas to generate the ratings. Not the case. There's a hell of a ratings, 31 average, a million, and 33 a peaking. It turned out to be a good game at the end. Bruce, your thoughts?
Yeah, it did. And by the way, I get full every time I listen to your reading the menu. I don't even have to be there, and it's like I'm eating, so that feels good.
When you coming down here again, Bruce? I mean, come on, you travel.
I'll be down. I tell you, maybe this football season I'll get down. That might be worth the trip.
Okay.
But you make a good point, but here is the thing about college football. It remains a wonderful spectacle. What I hope the people in charge have nothing to do with that. All they've done is sort of harm the product, but you can't harm something that's so good and so much fun that much. It's just ingrained into the psyche of the football fans and the sports fans how neat college football, the whole experience is. But again, I go back to listen. It reminds me when DeSantis was debating Gavin Newsom 2 years ago, and he said. Newsom saying how great California is, and then DeSantis said, "Yeah." He said, "You got nothing to do with that. It's what happened to people before you."
There's a lot of people, but Bruce, when their success is a mass rush to credit, you know how that goes.
I know, that's right, and I think that's the same thing with college football. But you can't mess this thing up that much because the actual product itself on the field, people watch, and everything surrounding it, and the tailgating, and the support, and all of the stadiums and all that remains good. It's just if it could be better if the people in charge had a little better idea what to do. But it's not the people in charge who are making it good. It's the sport itself.
Well, I fell into Charlie's mode a little bit this morning with the results, Charlie, of the deadline. It's come and gone, and we're going to stay at 12. And they're going to, one of the participants that drove these ratings in the story, kind of getting back. I mean, the last 20 years, Miami has finished in the top 10 0 times. They had one of the best runs, and whether you liked it or not, it was a unique path. And just the pro. I mean, it's a great story. I can watch the 30 by 30 on the like 40 times. I mean, it never gets old. But so you had these storylines, and guess what? They're not in it. If next year's rules apply this year, because Notre Dame gets the automatic next year, and Miami's out. And I'm just thinking of, was there 136 Division I teams, Bruce? 135 don't like this. How can he not get that fixed for the next year moving forward?
I wonder. You're right, and now they're going to stay 12 for another year. So we got this Notre Dame provision next year. I just don't know who bought into that. Who made that decision? Aren't the commissioners part of the process here for this? Why would Sankey or Petiti or Brent Yormark or Jim Phillips? Why would they say, especially Phillips, because Notre Dame's football doesn't share revenue with the ACC like basketball? Why would any of them agree to this? Why would anybody except Bavacqua at Notre Dame, the AD there, agree to this? I can't. That's what I'm referring
That's a great
to here.
point.
How,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who's making that call? And this is the sort of thing where the powers that be are messing up what is a wonderful institution there, which is college football. And I this one, you guys got to help me with this, because I still can't figure out how Notre Dame was able to swing the deal. I don't see how any other school or conference would agree to that. I'm baffled.
I can give you an answer. You're not going to like it. This is a sacred cow. This is one of those, we've always done it this way. For so long, Notre Dame was in the national championship discussion most years, not recently, but for a long time they were. And they're still got alumni all over the place. They've got some powerful people speaking for them. And there's sort of, we can't leave Notre Dame out. I think that opinion is fading. I don't know that it's going to be that.
Didn't they just see the ratings? Didn't they just see the secondary market with the tickets we're going for in this thing, with the unlikeliest of name brands in the history of the sport?
They're just starting to notice it now. But again, like I said, you're not going to like the answer, but it's because it's the way it's always been done, and a lot of people just go along with it. And Notre Dame's still got some powerful.
This is role
voices.
reversal today, and I don't like it. I like when I give you the answers you don't like.
No, well, I don't like the answer I'm giving either. I'm just que sera,
Yeah.
They'd have got to 16 teams. They might not have got this. That's the real sticking point for me.
And Charlie brought out their schedule, Bruce. They play 8 teams, lost at least 8 games next year. I mean, so anyway. But, no, the concessions, the ACC bent over for them during COVID. I'm sorry. I mean, and, they just have it. I love watching the ACC promo commercials on the, where there's a basketball game on ACC Network or something, and there's they do one with the bobbleheads, and there's a little leprechaun bobblehead. Like, are y'all in or you out? It just.
I mean, if it feels like I'm just kind of, accepting this, I threw my conniption fit 20 years ago about this when the ACC let them in at half admittance. It's like, if you guys didn't do this, if you guys didn't prop up all the other sports besides football, they would have to join a conference. If you didn't give them an 18-game women's basketball schedule and an 18-game, men's basketball, they would have had to do this.
Brucey, I'll go one more old school with this, but I had to laugh. So I get these blurbs. I think it's like Yahoo Sports or something, and they do it, and it was Northwestern's playing at USC. I think it was Wednesday night, or Arenas' son played for the first time. They showed him on top 10 of highlights, and he was 3 for 15 from the field. Yeah. But anyway, they said the headline was, Northwestern beats Big Ten rival USC. Be like, what? You go back to Keyshawn and Darnell Autry, huh? I guess, you're the deep-rooted USC Northwestern. Brucey. So anyway, but, it's just, like you said, man, and I know the pros in the NFL and the big time media markets just push college athletics down the sports page, and that's an old dated line, but they don't get the media coverage. And I know the fantasy football, they don't do fantasy football for college football. They don't have, these pools like a Circuit Survivor. And I get it, but damn it, the emotion, it means, even if they're paid or they're not paid, whatever it is, or paid under the table like it used to be, it's just no comparison. Watch a college basketball game on a given Saturday and watch an NBA game. Just any random NBA regular season. It's just no comparison. None.
None. You're right, and it's the spectacle of it, and that's the
Yes.
people, the fans. They're still. This is sort of why somebody asked me once why is football betting so popular, and I said because most of the people who watch don't have to bet to like it, or at least that's how they first loved football and basketball. They became fans, and through that, after that, then you thought you could bet it. Oh, well, this is even better. But they are at heart, they are fans, and they
Yes.
love the spectacle of it, and that's the whole basketball, football. A handful of college baseball fans. That's a real fun thing too. But it has nothing to do with the network. It has nothing to do with Greg Sankey, as much as he might think it has to do with him. And any of the athletic directors, it has nothing to do with them. It's the spectacle on the field, and that's what people still love.
Hey, Bruce, but back to the game, though. Miami, Indiana, what did Miami do wrong, or could they have won? I mean, was it on Carson Beck? Did he get impatient? What about Signetti? Up 3, going to go 6, touchdown beat you either way, but you go for it on the, early in the fourth quarter. You don't go for it deeper into the game, a calculated play a little bit. I'm sure the percentages moved up a little. Just your thoughts on if that could have been right team. Boy, that Miami front was unbelievable, and they, should have got called for at least one, personal foul or maybe a targeting as well. Along, just recapping the game.
Yeah, I think in retrospect, that block punt was the play of the game because I think Miami had rather clearly taken control of the momentum at that point, and that sort of stalled it, and Miami tried to get it back after that, couldn't quite do it. In retrospect, I think Shannon Dawson, he will be kicking himself for not opening up the Miami offense a little bit more in the first half. I mean, they really weren't doing anything the first 30 minutes, and except right at the end of the first half, that drive got the 50-yard field goal that went off the upright. But it was a different Miami offense in the second half. They opened things up. They did get the running game going with Fletcher, and I think they were just not doing it in the first half. Carson Beck will regret that last pass for the rest of his life because I think they really had a shot to come down there and win that last drive. They were clicking pretty good, but they baited him into a mistake, and then he threw the pick, and he will not forget that for a long time. But in the end, Miami did have to make some plays, and that Becker, that receiver, I mean, some of those back shoulder throws and catches he made, they made the plays they had to make, and that Mendoza on the kind of the quarterback draw on that fourth down, that's a brilliant call, and it reminds me of something we might talk about in a minute with the NFL, and a call from the past that has stuck in my mind for 40 years. But if you got a quarterback who can do that, wow, what a call that was, and they made just enough plays to win, so I think it was a just result.
That Charlie, you hear Bruce, who's a great grandfather, but I mean he's got a little flaw in his grandparenting here because the spectacle he talks about. Okay, now some of his grandkids think the spectacle is a 5-to-1 ratio of empty seats to spectators at a Stanford home game. That's not the spectacle we're looking for to leave to our grandkids now, Brucey.
They play Notre Dame next year.
So that's true. I mean, that's nothing about Stanford counts. That's just a different subject altogether.
Conference Championship Sunday, Brucey. What we looking at here?
Yeah. Let's talk about this Denver game first, and the whole Knicks and Jarrett Stidham thing. What do we know about Jarrett Stidham? Well, I mean, we remember him college. I mean, Auburn, Baylor had some high moments there. The pros, not much. Now, there were 2 starts at the end of 2022 for the Raiders when they benched Derek Carr. When McDaniels, by the way, was a coach, and now he's back in New England as the offensive coordinator. And one of those was really good against the 49ers, his first start. In fact, it was spectacular. And I actually went to the second one, which was against the Chiefs, which wasn't that great. But you got 2 starts that year. And then the next year, one of the first players that Sean Payton recruited with him to Denver was Stidham. And he started 2 games at the end of 23 when Russell Wilson was benched. But Denver wasn't, it was kind of blah, and Denver wasn't doing much with Wilson. Anyway, we also have preseason this year. This might not mean anything, but to get the full picture of Stidham, he was spectacular in preseason, really. And if there was such a thing as a preseason MVP in the NFL, it probably would have been Stidham. That might not mean anything, but we're just kind of formulating the narrative here for Stidham. But that's about it. So, we're going to have to sort of, if you think Denver's got a shot here, you just got to sort of trust Sean Payton that he knows what he's doing. And that might not be a bad idea. Listen, you guys saw this up close in New Orleans for years. Peyton usually had some capable backup quarterbacks behind Drew Brees, whether it be Chase Daniel, though for him it was mostly in preseason. Taysom Hill, Teddy Bridgewater, guys usually were able to step in and do pretty well when Brees went down. Peyton, from what I hear, and I do shows in Denver too, and a couple things those guys have relayed, but one of them is that Peyton really seems to believe in Stidham, and from watching Peyton, they said he's not blowing smoke. He actually believes this. Now, what does Stidham do? He can push the ball downfield. He has an edge to his game. He is not the runner Nix was, but he's not immobile. I mean, you can do some things. He can get out of the pocket. He's just not. I mean, Nix is almost like another running back out there, what he can do, and Peyton builds a lot of that into the Denver playbook, specific runs for Nix. So he's going to have to do it a little bit differently with Stidham, but they're pretty confident that he can do it. We'll see. Denver has got to do some things defensively better than it did against Buffalo, except for those 5 takeaways, which reminded me what Denver did last year when they had several pick sixes, scoop and scores, big play after big play. This year they didn't do that much until last week they did it, but otherwise they weren't covering their lanes very well. And Buffalo never had to punt, but they'd have those 5 giveaways. So Denver's got to, I think this week, the takeaways have to be there again, at least a couple. And oh, by the way, J.K. Dobbins might play too this week. Not insignificant, because when he was there with Harvey, the first half of the year, that was one of the best 1-2 running combos in the league. And Dobbins was among the AFC rushing leaders when he went down. If he's back, that helps. What about New England? What about Drake May? Listen, I don't think he's looked all that great in the playoffs at all. His pocket presence is bad. What's he have, 5 fumbles? The last 2 weeks he's been 6 fumbles. He's been sacked 5 each by the Chargers and the Texans. He looks very unsteady in the pocket spin. But besides, can Stidham look worse than Stroud did, especially in the first half last week? I don't think so. This is also not a Super Bowl where you're at the neutral site and it's all this artificial stuff. This is like an actual regular game, a home game for Denver. Let's see if May can go out there and do it. I think Denver's a great bet here. I think this market has overreacted too much to the Knicks news. And Denver can win, not only cover this game, they can win. I'd like to play this on the money line too. 25-22 Denver. It might be Will Lutz again winning the game late. I trust Sean Payton. And what I've seen from the Patriots in the playoffs, they are beatable out on the road. And Denver doesn't have some of the same flaws that Houston and the Chargers did on their offensive line either. I think Denver wins this one. I really do.
Faith, Hope, and Sean is what it used to be, huh, Charlie? Now it's Faith, Hope, and Mickey.
That's good. Bruce, can I ask you one thing? You said you got some faith that the Patriots can be beat on the road. Why is that?
Well, the Patriots were great on the road this year.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Did I misunderstand you?
I think they didn't win in Denver. They didn't go to Denver. I mean, you beat the Jets, and you're beating these teams, like the Jets on the road, okay, and the Titans. But I mean, you've got, this is going to be a different deal. And I'm watching it. Listen, if Stroud doesn't just completely melt down last week, I thought Houston sort of had control of that game in the second quarter, and then the whole thing just went.
They did the ball in the lead.
Give Vrabel credit, though. Give Vrabel credit, because they did some things that just spooked Stroud a lot last week. They could do the same to Stidham. I won't disavow that, but I just think this is a different animal this week in Denver. We will see.
All right, Brucey, Seattle and the Rams, third time, and of course we know about them. 4 Darnold interceptions in Los Angeles. They hold on to win by 2 there. The wild Thursday, probably the game of the year in the NFL, especially how things have panned out, the progression of the playoffs. But then again, I'm looking at the Rams at 4-3, and man, it's life or death. I mean, Carolina, Chicago. I mean, they've been living a little bit of a charmed life, and I just wonder if we reference that game in Seattle so much, a Thursday night game, especially where the Rams move the ball against Seattle's tough defense. But I just don't know if we can expect to duplicate that. I don't know. What do you think? NFC Championship game, the primetime one on Sunday night.
Yeah, it's all kind of true, and we'll see. I mean, it's the third time in the total score of the first 2 games was 58-57. Rams, both games decided on the last play. So how much closer can you get than that? really looking back, I thought, maybe Seattle should have won that first game and won in
Yes.
SoFi, and for sure the Rams should have won that the
Yes.
second game. Couple things. One, you mentioned Darnold. I still am not convinced about him, and I'm not sure he's 100% now with this oblique, this injury that does not go away completely for a good while. He didn't have to do much at all last week. They had the kickoff return right at the start. Before you knew it, the Seahawks were up 17-0. He hardly had to throw the ball in the first half. I only threw the ball 17 times for the game. So you cited the regular season. The 2 meetings against the Rams, he threw 6 picks. He's still liable to do that. And Charbonnet's out this week. Not insignificant. That was a great one, too, with Walker. So Walker's still there, and they'll use one of the other guys. But that, not a positive. I'm not sure if much of a negative. That defense, though, was raucous. And I don't know that Stafford could do as well as he did in that second game. But this is, the Rams are sort of used to this. They're used to going on the road. They've had a great record in Seattle over the years. They did lose that one in December, but darn, they did almost everything they could to win that game until late. When also the old special teams bugaboo for the Rams really cost them in that game. They gave up the punt return. It was Shaheed again in the fourth quarter, and it was Nevis. By the way, the only field goal he's missed since he's the ex-Mizzou kicker, and since they got rid of Carty, was very late in that Seattle game. Would have won that game, and that was after that game was when Peyton dismissed his special teams coordinator. They haven't been quite as bad since. They did have that block punt against Carolina, but that's sort of what had got the Rams beat 3 of their losses this year, and they were all close. I trust Stafford more than Darnold. This is the only team I think that has a chance to go up in Seattle and win. But they are so used to playing in these tight margins and tight quarters. I think the Rams get them 30-27. I'm going to take Sean McVay to set up a Sean versus Sean Super Bowl in Santa Clara. How about that?
Very good. Bruce, great stuff as always, buddy. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, man.
Okay, have a good week, boys.
All right, don't forget our friends downtown. You got some friends staying downtown? You staying down? You happen to go down? You work downtown? You downtown? Go check out our friends over at Town Square Pizza. I mean, you could create your own or take our specialty pizzas, kind of go down the line a little bit. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of that, extra onions, not so much of this and that, and kind of custom build. Throw it in the oven, man. 7 minutes, comes out piping hot, fresh, generous portions. It's inexpensive as well. Within 5 minutes walking distance of all major hotels downtown, it's Town Square Pizza.
Live at Ruffino's Live at Lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
At Town Square Pizza, we take pride in serving Baton Rouge with fresh, delicious, piping hot, personalized pizza with unmatched speed. Whether you're a downtown worker, a family looking for convenience and value, or an out-of-towner staying at one of the nearby hotels, Town Square Pizza is the spot for you. Try a specialty pizza like the Spanish Town Supreme or custom build your own. Family packs, kids' meals, and salads are available as well. It's hip to be square at Town Square Pizza, downtown facing. What else? Town Square.
Workbox can handle all of your movable storage needs, commercial and residential. Our shipping containers come in various sizes, 8x8, 8x10, 8x20, or even 8x40 feet. Not just one size. These units can be customized for any use. Custom lunchrooms, offices, work sites for plumbers or welders, dual purpose, part office, part storage, climate control, shelving, lighting, using different materials, whatever you need. Give my buddy Martin Padial at Workbox a call at 343-4886, 343-4886, and workboxllc.com.
Do you know what you would do if you were in a car wreck? It's easy to panic when you or someone you care about is hurt in an accident. Who will pay the medical bills? Who will pay the car repair? Who will deal with the insurance companies for you? Protect your rights. You need someone you can trust. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 343-1111. The law offices of O.C. Brown will handle everything for you. 343-1111 or online at ocbrown.com. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime.
This is Charles Hanniger for Total Maintenance. For AC and heating, generators, electricity, plumbing, and more, Total Maintenance is your one-stop sales and service shop for all these needs. One of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies. Since 1980, their slogan has been service today, every day, so no one ever has to go to sleep hot. They're an authorized dealer for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem AC units, for Generac and Cummings generators as well. And now, for all of your electrical and plumbing needs in Baton Rouge, call 480-1000. In New Orleans, 841-3300. Service today, every day, total maintenance.
Now, everybody's been to Louis Cafe by campus. Heck, it's been around since over 80 years now. We're still doing delicious omelets like the Mitchell, cheesy grits, Big Cheesy Lou, and those Louis' original Cajun hash browns. We now offer a pickup window. Just call in your order at 346-8221. Give us 15 or 20 minutes, and we'll have it ready for you. Our hours are now 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., 7 days a week. So next time you visit campus, make it a point to stop by and visit an old friend. Louis Cafe, just outside the north gates of LSU.
This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors. When it comes to retirement, no two situations are alike, so Coastal Capital Advisors will tailor a plan for your family's needs, no matter your age or your financial situation. The bottom line is Coastal Capital Advisors will work with you and build a lifetime relationship. I know, because they work for me. For more information, contact Philip Fontenot and his staff at 337-981-1376 or online at coastalcapitaladv.com. Advisory services provided by New Age Advisors, LLC, doing business as Coastal Capital Advisors as a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through New Age Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
1950, Phil's Oyster Bar started on Government Street. Then Gus Piazza took over in the 70s, and now his son Anthony has taken it to another level at the current location in South Downs. It's always been a Baton Rouge landmark. Seafood, oysters, po' boys, burgers, and more, all served up in an atmosphere full of sports nostalgia and tons of TVs to get all the games. Seafood gumbo, crawfish cheesecake, or my favorite, the meatball quesadilla to start. Check out dinner and bar specials at philsoysterbar.com. You know we bleed purple and gold at Phil's Oyster Bar in the South Downs Shopping Center.
There's more than one way to listen to ESPN Baton Rouge on the radio at 104.5 and 104.9 and 98.1 HD2. Online at 1045ESPN.com and with the free ESPN Baton Rouge mobile app powered by Bayou Ford.
College football talk all year long on the Chuck Oliver Show, weeknights at 6 on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch with Otten Hanny from Ruffino's on Highland Road on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
We're also brought to you by the Thibodeau Store, the Pierreport Store, now open in LaRose and Lockport. TheThibodeauStore.com is the website. You get to all four properties there. And with the January savings, if you're looking to do some cleanup around your property, put some things into storage, just basically tidy things up. Lots of website specials available with those things right now. Of course, your power tools, your hand tools, your outdoor cooking, patio furniture, things that maybe you're not thinking about right now. This is when the bigger discounts are available for you. Their expert staff can walk you through those home improvement projects that you can take care of yourself and save a little bit of money. They'll point you in the right direction as far as equipment and techniques. Very, very friendly staff. They don't have it, you don't need it. Same-day pickup on just about everything on the website and delivery available on many items. Get your lumber out of the Pierreport Store delivered. Many unique items, the Cypress furniture down in Thibodaux, very, very good. And lots of fishing gear if you're heading down to the coast fishing. Just a little bit of everything at the Thibodaux Store, the Pierreport Store.
Love that place.
90,
Love it.
900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodaux,
Matt's
Highway
the
70
best bet
in
ever.
Pierreport. Yes.
Best pick ever.
Very, very good.
He says, well, I love the Pierreport Store. What are you talking about? You love Pierreport Store. He said, I had no idea.
No.
I love Pierreport Store.
It is.
I love it.
Right.
It's awesome.
Phenomenal.
Awesome.
Watch your times tomorrow
Brings
on
out
college
the handyman
basketball.
in myself, Charlie.
Yes.
Telling you.
That's the first thing I thought of. Jimmy out with a hammer and a
I'm telling you,
screwdriver.
it's never. It's like it's never too. You got to adapt or die, Charlie. I mean, we got to get. There's a new, when you get, was it call it empty nest or something like that? A lone bird. I mean, I don't know what the hell that thing is called. Whatever you gotta fix things yourself sometimes. Okay, do things yourself, Charlie.
I got faith in you.
I'm telling you.
Ask for help.
I'm most improved. No, come on, Charlie. I'm improved. I'm really coming along.
Watch your times on college basketball tomorrow. We got a lot of times moving around because of the weather.
Yes.
And that includes now LSU and Arkansas, which has moved up to 4 o'clock start, still on the SEC network in
Where were they
Fayetteville.
originally?
7.
Okay, 7 to 4?
Yeah, they moved it up. So going to be tough. They were talking about this yesterday, that was going to be tough for LSU to get in and out of there if they had kept the game at night. So
it's not so much that what just allows them to get home instead of coming home much later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arkansas has been notorious, believe me. I know the guys on the broadcast crew
They're
well.
in that ice corridor, huh?
They are notoriously tough to get out of there in January and February with the icing on the plane wings. So they are going to move that up to 4 o'clock. They moved up Ole Miss, Kentucky to 10 a.m.
Love the Rebels there.
The only night game in the league tomorrow night is at Tuscaloosa. So, again, watch your times tomorrow because they could bounce around a little bit. This storm is pretty serious, and it's across, well, half the country, it seems like. The line, Max, you were showing us the line and where it comes down to here in right just north of Baton Rouge on Sunday morning early?
Like Sunday at midnight, it might be like 34 in Baton Rouge.
Like you're talking about Saturday night, midnight, right?
Saturday
going
night.
into Sunday morning,
Like overnight, it's going to be like 60 and 70 in New Orleans, and it'll be near freezing here in Baton Rouge, just depending on where that line ends up. So.
Speaking of lines, Arkansas is a 9.5-point favorite over LSU. They have won their 3 conference games at home by an average of just over 22 points. They have won all 3 of those games by double digits. One of them was against Tennessee, who is ranked. They took a pretty good Vanderbilt team to the woodshed the other night by 25. So at Bud Walton, they are a handful, and they are a 9.5-point favorite over LSU. Kentucky's also a 9.5-point favorite. We told you that game's moved up to 10 o'clock in the morning at Rupp. You like Ole Miss. You think Ole Miss plus 9.5
This
is a lot.
Kentucky team is not that good. I mean, they're on a 3-game winning streak, and it is smoke and mirrors. I'm sorry. We know that they were fortunate to win in Baton Rouge. I mean, they go to
they were very fortunate to win in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Sid Thompson bowling. They were down 17 there. I mean, it's life or death with Texas. They lose another starter. The kid who had the flu, he had a career high. And I know, I mean, and I just think there's sometimes when a team performs below their expectation, they tend to listen to their coach a little bit more. I can't tell you how disappointed I was in how Ole Miss played against Auburn, this week. It was a really poor show. Malik Dia, who is their leading scorer, returning leading scorer, their senior, and he's basically invisible. Got 2 fouls. Just bad, man. It was bad handicap first. All right, but they can win the game. Much less catch 9.5. This is forget the brand. This ain't close to what we thought we were going to get in Kentucky this year.
Got most of the other lines in the league tomorrow. Vanderbilt's a 7.5-point road favorite at Mississippi State. That is an 11 o'clock start at the Hump. Texas, a 1.5-point favorite at home at the Moody Center against number 21 Georgia. That's a noon start.
It's a good game.
And Florida, a 9.5-point choice at home against Auburn, who's 3-3 in the league right now. Alabama, a 3.5-point choice at home against Tennessee. That's the only night game in the league tomorrow night.
Who's 3.5 at Tennessee?
No, Alabama's a 3.5-point favorite at home against Tennessee.
I like Alabama there. This Tennessee team is just 2 teams, two coaches that, here we go, talking about coaches. Why you want to talk about the new way and coachability of the players. Why is Houston not close to where they are normally defensively and rebounding? Why is Tennessee not close to what they are defending and rebounding? Not close. Well, the only other thing is they can't get over the hump. Tennessee can't quite get that Final Four. They still have never been to a Final Four.
Yeah.
They can't. They're that close. They've been that good for so long. Houston, how close were they to winning their first national championship? They kind of stole one in the semis against Duke,
rebound.
and then they blew it, against Florida in the finals. But maybe trying to get over that hump, sometimes you forget what got you to that position in the first place. These teams are not close to where they are defending and rebounding.
The Tennessee seems to have gotten worse. They had a fairly impressive non-conference run. They beat Houston. They beat Louisville. They had the lead on Kansas at the half by 7. They ended up losing the game by 5, but it was a very competitive game. But since they've gotten into league play, it's been like pulling teeth. They've lost 3 out of 5, and one of the ones they won at home against Texas A&M, I thought they got a couple of 50-50 calls that went their way. In the last minute of regulation, they had to go 2 overtimes to beat what we now know is a pretty good buckyball. What do you say?
Buckyball, man. He's tough, man.
Bucky, man. They will D up on you. So that's basically one good win, one which we call decisive win for Tennessee in 5 games so far.
It's just I was misled by two things with Tennessee. One, how good that I thought that it was a neutral against Houston. I said, man, I told you, I said, no more Ziegler this year. They got guards that could score. With his, but they don't defend like Ziegler. I got to give him credit there. And I thought he was way overrated as a defender, but he was better than these guys. And they just don't, because I thought it was a given. I thought Barnes' teams. I've heard the players talk about, no, you're playing for Coach Barnes. You're going to defend. I mean, he stresses it. He emphasizes it. It's always been a staple. But no, they don't come close to defending. To lose a 17-point lead to an average Kentucky team at home.
Yeah, and now they got.
They're not letting their foot off the gas.
And now they got to go play against. They got to go play against a G League center tomorrow night too.
How's our pro doing? What's his over under tomorrow? The Israeli guy.
2
minutes. Got the under. Oh, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I'm taking the under.
What's his name?
Ron Zipper. He didn't really play much anymore. Not conference play.
Where was all the hoopla about getting him eligible? He's a pro, right? Played professional in Israel, right?
Not in the G League.
No. Okay, because it's a plane ride away. It's different.
That's why they are arguing this, and why they said that the original rule was biased towards foreign players, and why would they allowed to play in some of these leagues where the American players, if they went and played in the G League, and the judge agreed with them.
Well, you don't think they have a point? Professional basketball is professional basketball, whether it's in G League or in Israel.
Well, I think if you play a certain level of, and I'm not.
Oh, wait. Now we're getting into the levels of professionalism.
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Because I'm not familiar with all of the professional leagues in Europe. I mean, I can tell you the higher ones. I don't think Zipper played.
The point is you're getting paid.
Well, they're getting paid at LSU now.
I understand
they're getting paid in the colleges now. There's a certain there's a certain line where I'm like, okay, you're done playing college basketball.
So where does the Brazilian league stand?
Like I said, if I had to go look at where the Brazilian leagues
listen
are.
to what you're saying. Yes, different professional leagues are created differently as far as college eligibility.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a difference between the G League and the La Liga League. Yeah, there is. Sorry. Live at Ruffino's, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
With all of the financial headlines, are you worried if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by your local Edward Jones advisor. Tex Morris on Jefferson. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
The Pierre Part Store, and now the Thibodeau Store, your local experts in construction supplies. They can handle your contractor supplies for all jobs, big and small. The extensive selection of plumbing, electrical, and hardware supplies are endless, and they can even deliver it to your job site. If you need lumber, no problem. Available for pickup and delivery from Pierre Part. Top-notch tools and expert advice, it's local service. From the Thibodeau Store, 900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodeau, and online at thibodeaustore.com.
Go Automotive has a great selection of new cars. Chevy, GMC, Hummer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. You rather a pre-owned vehicle? Using our resources will help find you any vehicle that you're looking for. Our service department offers VIP service. You never have to come to the dealership. We'll pick up the vehicle at your home or office, drop off a loaner, service the vehicle, and return it when it's done. Mention my name, Jimmy Ott, for VIP pricing. The Chevy Tahoe I drive came from Go Automotive. That's Go Automotive in LaPlace and Plaquemine. Baton Rouge, get ready for a fiesta of flavor. Whether you're craving sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, or the best margaritas in town, Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill have you covered. Bring the family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. From fresh guacamole to mouth-watering tacos that hit just right, it's not just a dinner, it's a celebration. So why wait? Tonight, make it Las Palmas or make it Rio Cantina, two local favorites serving up authentic Mexican taste right here in Baton Rouge. Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill, where every night's a fiesta. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road since 1988. A hometown favorite for tailgating and watching LSU games in a casual atmosphere with the friendliest service. Right now, we're boiling crawfish 7 days a week, Monday through Friday. First batch comes out at 5 p.m., weekends at noon. Sammy serves a wide mix of authentic Louisiana food prepared to order with the best ingredients available. Fresh Louisiana seafood, Cajun favorites, burgers, and po' boys, all built from scratch. Our kids' menu and popular appetizers are Sure to please the pickiest of eaters. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road, near Starring since 1988. By now, you know that we do our show every other Tuesday at the Crown Town Room at Dozy Place. The Crown Town Room is ideal for larger groups, or if you just want to watch the game on one of our 3 large TVs. The tamales are the most popular appetizer, but don't forget the seared tuna with the sriracha glaze. For the perfect blend of sweet and spicy, you can't go wrong also with the flash fried oysters or the shrimp. The porterhouse is the perfect steak to share. Strip on one side, filet on the other, prepared at different temps if you like, bone in to maximize flavor. Dozy Place on Government Street, just off Acadian in the heart of Mid-City.
At Town Square Pizza, we take pride in serving Baton Rouge with fresh, delicious, piping hot, personalized pizza with unmatched speed. Whether you're a downtown worker, a family looking for convenience and value, or an out-of-towner staying at one of the nearby hotels, Town Square Pizza is the spot for you. Try a specialty pizza like the Spanish Town Supreme or custom build your own. Family packs, kids' meals, and salads are available as well. It's hip to be square at Town Square Pizza, downtown facing. What else? Town Square.
Louisiana, you've got a new home for coverage of LSU, the New Orleans Saints, and the Southeastern Conference. LouisianaSports.net. LouisianaSports.net. Feature stories, opinion columns, recruiting updates, in-game reports. And it's all free. No paywalls, no annoying pop-up ads, no recurring subscriptions. Just the content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny from Ruffino's on Highland Road on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Remember, the show's available on demand, 1045ESPN.com, LouisianaSports.net. Handycast with 3 separate podcasts up right now on YouTube that gives you some video on most of LSU's transfer portal class. All brought to you by Supreme Rice, SupremeRice.com, supporting our Louisiana farmers since the 1930s. All right, Jimmy, we're going to do Football Sunday, our final Football Sunday this week from Caesars. But for the Daily Show, some final thoughts on both championship games.
I think it's an overreaction on the line, 7-point swing.
Mike Brown.
I had to go to break. Y'all cut out.
Come on, man.
Yeah, y'all cut out. I had to go to break.
We're back, but we cut out, and he's coming through weird.
Hey, you got us now?
Yeah, y'all are back, but I had to break. Y'all.
You went to so you going to a whole break now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just get it out the way since we're running behind anyway. Okay. I'm
gonna do the promo then. Let me set up.
Restaurant Club, Sammy, Highland Road, a hometown favorite for tailgating and watching LSU games since 1988. Snow Sea for over 50 years on Airline, Highway, and Highway 74 in Gonzales. Dozy Place. Steaks on Government Street and Mid-City. Louis Cafe, a Baton Rouge landmark. 1940, just outside the north gates of LSU. Fin Bomb, sushi, burrito, poke, ramen, and Lee.
The Grand Bayou Casino, conveniently located off I-10 at 139, offers the latest video poker machines 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We disconnected him with the break.
But it sounded like something was. It was more distorted instead of completely cut out. We lost our connection. So yesterday we experimented with this AT&T box without the card as a backup, and we timed out. Could be coincidental, could be whatever, but it seems like this AT&T portable Ethernet is more certainly with our, I've got certainly we kind of monitor because we keep it on our laptops. And my laptop, I'm watching the golf, and it kind of cut out at the same time. So it paused, and I had to kind of reconnect. And it is the portable Ethernet. That yes, it. Okay, well, how do we stop it from keep rolling over? Because it keeps. I try to put it on something else, and it keeps.
FDIC.
This hour of Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny is brought to you by Dana Brown at the law office of O.C. Brown, 343.
Hey, Jordan, are we not sounding distorted or anything?
OCBrown.com.
Nah, you sound all right to me.
Yes.
Okay, earlier when you were even talking to us, we were getting like you, but it was distorted, and it was cutting out every now and then. But it.
And